What's up, guys? I know that there's no content out right now, and I'm even a little bit bored about it. So I told Jonathan Clark and Billy and Isaiah that I would make some content. They were asking on a video on speed jumping, so I figured I'd take you through what an at-home session kind of looks like for it, actually, because obviously I don't have another option, and give you guys the how-to in terms of learning that. So. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch. I'm not going to edit these clips, and I'm just going to roll through them. So one of the big things that you need to be able to do if you want to speed jump is have, or I guess one of the qualities you need is to be really flexible. So the most specific stretch that you can do, and I'll try to do this on camera, is honestly just doing a split. So what I gotta get down for this. What I like to do is 2 stretches, and I do them multiple times a day. I do one with the leg totally straight, leaning forward, so it's here. I'll sit back a little bit, move back, move this camera back. You guys see my room. So what I like to do is I like to put this leg out in front like this, and then I just sit forward, and I just hold this for 30 seconds or so. And then the next one that I do is I'll kind of do the reverse of it. So I go into a lunge position, walk this foot out, and then I sit this hip forward as much as I can and drive the shoulders back. Okay, so what this is going to do, it's going to stretch out the rec fem, so as some of the muscles that are going to help your pelvis get into a good position when you do speed jump, because the foot does move really far back behind you, and it does really stretch your hamstring out because of the way that the pelvis is moving, especially if you're like me and you're inflexible. So yeah, these are the 2 stretches that I do. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll come back. Maybe I'll speed this up. So now that my static stretching is done, I'm going to do a brief dynamic warm-up. Mostly going to be like toe touches, bodyweight squats. I don't want to lay on the floor because there's a bunch of dog hair. And then I'm going to head outside, and I'm going to show you guys the progression for speed jumping. All right. Do some toe touches. Wait. Probably do these. Pull back. Yeah. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll tell you what I'm going to demonstrate. I'll just talk to the camera real quick, and then I'll go demonstrate it for you so you can see what we're doing. But I finished my full warm-up, so I feel good and ready to go. And now I'm going to demonstrate how to push the penultimate step behind the body. So the penultimate step is the second to last step before you take off. All right, so it looks like this. So you're here, here's your penultimate step. So if you guys watch that video, what you'll notice is I start with the foot way back behind me, and then I'm kicking my heel towards my butt and taking off. So this is motor learning. You actually have to practice this and work on it over and over and over again and have a lot of repetitions. And then I'm working on running off the ground. So that's the first step, is you can just start in place, start with the foot way back behind you, like in a long split kind of position. And then you're gonna recover the heel, kind of flick your foot backwards. So what I think about is, like, if this is my foot, I'm trying to kick up the dirt or the rocks that were on the ground, and then it recovers up to your heel when you do that drill. So then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add a step, and you'll be able to see kind of my posture looks a little bit better. Hopefully I can get a nice alignment from the foot all the way up through the heel, and add a little bit of speed, which will make it easier to run off the ground and kind of get this butt kick or heel to butt recovery. So it's kind of hard to see because it's happening so fast. But if you watch, my heel's coming to my butt. I'll do a couple reps on the right, and then I'll cut it. So a couple cues I'm thinking about running off the ground. And when I was starting early on, I really had to think about the penultimate step, which was pushing it really far behind my body, like actively pushing backwards. Now that my hips are more flexible, it's actually way easier. So being able to do a split really helps. So guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. I hope that that made sense or maybe gave you guys a little bit of clarity. But yeah, big thing, push the penultimate foot behind the body and getting a shit ton of reps. Having really strong hamstrings and flexible hips makes a big difference. And then in terms of improving, you really just have to rep it out a lot. Getting your calves stronger and really being able to push up through the ball of the foot seems to make a big difference. Adding speed helps a lot, but you kind of have to get through the learning curve earlier on with fewer steps before you can kind of actualize it. So yeah, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this again, but I thought this would be a helpful video for you guys.